I will see you right after this. All right, welcome properly to the jewelry box, to our grand adventure, and back to read-only memories, which we'll bring in the audio for. Unfortunately, we are in a silent room. When last we joined our little investigator, journalist, and robot friends, we'd secured a number of deeply illegal things to help out this person in the park who's going to exchange information for being able to get the fuck out. So hopefully they give us the information before they get the fuck out, but I've been worried about that. Alright. Hey, guy. What's the police thing doing? Still screwy. Sundry show, I guarantee you that it is, no matter what the price, it's too high. Fuck off. Ah! I'm not interested in buying engagement.
I told you, I'm not telling you anything else until I get what was agreed upon.
Wait, what? What? I have... Oh, I guess I need to get the actual car, huh? I have the passport, the briefcase, and a carjacking device, but that does not a car make. Where car? But also, like, why don't I have those items to... Ah! Why can't I give him the items I have? Help? There's nobody there. Flores won't want to see me. There's nothing going on here.
It has an extra cup holder.
Oh, thank you, Turing. Yeah, I figured as much. I don't... Wait. Why was there a look up? Back at the broken window? The window is no longer broken. Oh no, yes it is. It's just further up than I thought it was. Okay. What? What?
Do you think it would be okay to take that?
That's super weird that that's there.
It has an extra...
Ah, okay, same thing as everybody. I don't know that I... No, I don't have a brick. I have found where I could get a brick, but Turing objects to it. Hey, there's N, Heathen, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, nothing new going on here.
The Hassy round will help you get your Hassy fix.
All right, cool. You don't have any dialogue. Well, it's weird as hell.
Do you think it would be okay to take that?
I'm gonna save before I pull this brick.
Do you think it would be...
Yes? Okay. Why? Not an option, unfortunately. Oh, wait, I can literally just carjack any dicking car. Or I can try to.
Yeah.
That seems like a terrible idea. What's the worst car I could possibly take? There's only like 4 cars, of course, but... Sure.
Oh, rats! This car has the wrong firmware installed. We won't be able to install our new firmware over top of it. We'll have to check another car.
Oh, okay. Literally just try it on all of the cars. I see. That's not entirely how I was expecting this bit to go. What about this car?
Oh no! How did the alarm get set off? Did I do something wrong? Let's get out of here before...
Okay.
Success! This vehicle has the appropriate firmware version.
Well,
Someone has been neglecting their regularly scheduled updates. Give me a moment to get everything installed.
good. Yes, the hijacking hack only works on appropriately outdated versions of the firmware. So realistically, it shouldn't work on any device that matters. Unfortunately, people don't update things, and that's how we get your dicks stolen. In theory.
There. There are some other options here I can fool around with.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. I can put in preset destination plans for a future date.
So theoretically, we could make it come back here later.
Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car
Sick!
to return
All
to
right.
this spot in a week?
I'm a genius.
That's more than enough time for Mr. Mensa to get away. Now we aren't really stealing the car.
We are stealing the car, but it'll be back in a
More like
week.
Borrowing without asking.
That Turing, that is stealing.
Me too. The car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park, and we can show Mr. Mensa where it is when we meet him. There, everything... Mr. Mensa is waiting for us. We have everything he...
Okay. Well, I have this brick for reasons. Hello.
Hey, did you manage to get everything?
We did. Here you go, Vincent.
Briefcase, passports, car.
Everything seems to be in order.
And now it turns out that they are the police and we are under super arrest.
Here.
Never mind.
This disc has all of Hayden's research notes, data collation algorithms, and probably lots on your creation, Turing.
Neat.
It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon, until she added an amendment while you were out. Frankly, it's no skin off my back. Here.
Oh,
It's my Parallax employee badge.
neat. You know, that's a very good point, and I hadn't considered that. How will this person use the car if it's not made to interface with chair?
It should allow you access to their networks in case there's anything I've missed. You'll want to
I'm
use
sure
that
it's fine.
sooner rather than later. I'm not wasting any time leaving, and Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. There's no way Hayden's clearance still works. And with that, I'm going to get the hell out of this country. The credit should tide me over until the heat dies down and I liquefy my shares through some relays.
Fair enough.
Ah, I suppose I owe you that much. Buckle up. This could get heavy.
Yeah, what you working on?
Parallax is about to launch a new service they're calling Big Blue.
I don't like it.
At least, that's the project name. Who knows what the marketing guys will come up with for the public. They're not even announcing the launch. This shit is dead quiet. Let me explain why. It's a distributed intelligence. Like, okay, in every way that Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Big Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and sterile. They didn't pull Hayden into the project. He's smart, but he's immune to corporate politics.
Ah, that reminds me a lot of me. Nobody in corporate likes how I am.
As a result, Big Blue is far less elegant than anything Hayden would make. It lacks artistry, and it's downright terrifying.
Well, the comment of, like, Hayden being immune to corporate politics.
It squats on the mesh like a spider and uses the spare processing power and memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing.
Whoa, that's terrifying.
It doesn't have much personality, but it's Big Blue is going to be embedded directly into the network and then self-modify to apply even more efficient algorithms as it develops them. Look, if you access every ROM, then you have access to every human and every bit of their own personal data associated with them. I don't want you to take what I'm saying the wrong way, and this is just me putting the pieces together. Hayden was about to publish his creation of Turing.
Which, yeah, a different
His findings,
kind of
as
intelligence.
I'm sure you're aware of, would have raised many moral and ethical questions about the advent of machine intelligence.
Which, if Parallax then follows through and creates distributed machine intelligence,
I mean, some of the brightest minds ever
would be
have tried
harder
warn
to
humankind
market.
away from building real AI. Hawking, Musk, and the list goes on.
You may wish to remove a particular brilliant name here.
The public is likely to be nervous, and legislators even more so. Parallax is banking on being able to launch Big Blue quietly and quickly before the public has a chance to react, before any counter movement can pick up steam.
Yeah, that's also true.
Every eye on the discovery of machine intelligence works against Parallax. Every new discovery only serves to paint Big Blue as more controversial, more dangerous. Honestly, they probably pressured Hayden to drop his research so that they could keep the public away from the subject. He clearly refused. I'm only assuming they found out. His contract with Parallax affords him the freedom to work on his own academic project. He kept a trusted few of us up to date on his progress, bouncing ideas off us and whatnot. It's exciting stuff, both Turing and Hayden's eventual goal down that road. I wouldn't be surprised if word of it got up to the board and is the possibility that someone on the inside talked too far-fetched?
I knew it all along. Hayden fell into trouble because of my existence.
Well, not exactly.
That's not what I want your takeaway to be. Hayden wasn't working on Big Blue. Knowing him, your creation might have been his clever way to stop it. I can't really give you a good answer to that. I mean, the company is currently handled by a dozen server farms, running thousands of different algorithms with hundreds of people tweaking things every day. When Big Blue launches, it'll handle all of that by itself. And there are shadier applications for it. I mean, if you can collate and analyze data and queries in the mesh in real time, what's to stop you from delivering the content you want rather than what the user wants? The potential for abuse is staggering. We're talking direct control of the information accessible to everyone who uses Parallax's services. That's something like 80% of the market.
So Skynet Amazon.
They could control elections, push the market in directions they want, even influence public opinion. All just by asking Big to do it. It's scary stuff. They scrapped the prototype Baby Blue because it started doing that on its own.
Oh yeah. I was about to ask. If there was a prototype that might be fucking with the news. But sounds like that might be it.
What do you mean? It started doing what?
Manipulating the news on its own.
Manipulating the mesh. They made its self-preservation imperatives too strong, and Baby Blue started changing search results to be more friendly towards the idea of an AI. When the board found out, they pulled the plug on it.
Huh.
That must have been a year or so ago. They tweaked Big Blue so it wouldn't do the same thing, but it can self-modify.
So what are the odds that Big Blue... What are the odds that Baby Blue is this small, notably blue thing standing next to me in some fashion?
Given a good enough reason, it might decide to find a way around those limitations. Having that kind of control would be a hell of a card for Parallax's hand. They'll go to pretty significant lengths to make sure it works. Hey, no problem. I've had enough of this cutthroat corporate bullshit for several lifetimes.
Same.
We haven't talked much, but I do believe you can find Hayden. I hope. Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot. Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's previous experiment, Grace.
Oh yeah?
She was very insistent on things like that.
Well, honestly, I don't think I've made my mind up yet. I'm still a very new being. I'm not even positive that gender as a human concept can be applied identically to machine, but I do enjoy the idea in abstract. I will continue to consider how I wish to be referred to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what you feel. If I had to make a choice, perhaps they is most appropriate.
Good video game.
Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also consistently used. Perhaps it's because I'm blue?
Oh my god. I'm listening to a machine postulate on how it wants to be referred to. Like us.
Yep.
What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mensa.
Weird.
I need a few minutes. I've been going through some of Hayden's personal notes from the data cache Tomcat decrypted.
Uh-huh.
Now that I'm starting to get to know Hayden better, the real Hayden as opposed to the Hayden he showed me, I'm finding that I like him less and less. For example, remember the earlier prototype Dr. Fairlight and Vincent mentioned?
That's fair, Heathen. Turing has morals and Baby Blue is doing amoral things to preserve itself. But, like, the concept in the concept in my brain is like they pull the plug on Baby Blue. Hayden potentially uses the framework to start Turing, or to improve Turing in some fashion. And like Turing, the outward face, well, not even outward face, inward face, but like some unintentional thing running on their own same hardware is kind of what's going on in my brain. Because Turing obviously already has the ability to manipulate the net and various shenanigans in that regard. So there's some degree of parallelability.
Her name was Grace, and Hayden shut her down for being... I'm not even sure what word to use. Too likable? She was kind and bright, and did all she could to try to make people happy. She even decided that she was a girl, and that her favorite color was pink. Hayden thought she was being manipulative. He posited that he had made her personality algorithms too willing to make adaptations that would benefit her long-term survival, and that she was being congenial just to endear herself to him. That even her gender was a calculated attempt to make him like her more.
Oh, I've tried that. Doesn't work out.
But he was wrong. Dead wrong, in fact. I have a snapshot of her personality profiles here, and when I compare them to my own, I can see that she was just nice. I wish I could have met her. I think we would have learned from each other. Like I said, I'm not sure I eat. Everyone refers to me as he once they meet me just for convenience, but it doesn't really matter to me at all. Is that a calculated attempt on my part to impress Hayden, not clinging to normativity? Or is it a product of his effort to curb any nascent similarities I had with Grace during my upbringing?
Difficult
I yell at him
questions.
for being so arrogant.
Extremely
Blaming God
difficult
in the
questions.
crudest of ways. You can't choose to create consciousness and then take it away just like that. Even so, for all of that, I don't know. I still miss him. This all seems so inane, so senseless. They killed him because him building me would mess with a product launch? That's ridiculous. They took him away from me for such an insignificant reason. I just want him back. It's impossible, but it's what I want. I'd do anything. I'm aware of the Kubler-Ross model of grief. I think I'm somewhere between anger and bargaining.
Bargaining.
A testament to Hayden's craftsmanship. Thank you for your words. You're a better friend than I could have asked for.
Woo!
I'll send this new data along to Tomcat. Let's head back to the apartment and wait for them to finish going through it. Home sweet home again, such that it is.
Flores, I believe. I didn't bother Fairlight. Because I don't trust him.
And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. Too much has happened. I've already forwarded everything we rooted out to Tomcat, both Hayden's research and our aborted search into the modified mesh articles. They said they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest. Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night.
Hey, can you take a moment and, like, extra lock the door? Day 5. Chapter 5. Whatever. Yeah, my window is still open. Yep, I'll be taking care of that as soon as I...
Rise
Oh,
and shine,
never
you
mind.
sleepy layabouts.
Yeah, as soon as I have the option to. Yeah, I still have the brick over here.
We've got a whole crop of things to do and not a lot of time to get them done.
What have you learned from the files we sent you?
Much.
Nothing all that new, to be honest. All the files we got from that Vincent fella just covered what we already knew in greater detail. There is one thing that stands out, though. At least from what I've read so far.
Oh?
Yeah. See, Hayden's long-term goal wasn't to make a machine intelligence per se, right? Don't take it the wrong way, Turin. You might even already be aware of this after talking to folks involved in your creation. Hayden wanted to make a machine system that could contain human-like intelligence. And even just from his notes, his programming work is, well, it's something else. Elegant. Artful. I'm just a kid banging on pots and pans compared to him. Looking at his notes about my interfacing between your AI core and the Lips OS, I barely managed to duct tape the two together at a level he'd approve of. But I think I'm getting off track here. What I'm trying to say is, he didn't write your code, Turin. No one did. Hayden wrote a program that automatically generates a new machine intelligence based off of the hardware profiles the system is installed on.
Melody mentioned something about that. What does that...
Exactly. Assuming we can get our hands on Turin's original source code, we could generate new machine intelligences as we please. You wouldn't be the only one anymore, Turin.
So that's probably the bigger threat to Parallax then. The ability to propagate Turing-like intelligences are a bigger threat to the singular distributed The singular distributed intelligence versus everybody just having properly intelligent ROMs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
I hardly know what to say.
But once you consider the stuff I found in the research, it gets a damn sight more complicated. Stuff about Big Blue and Parallax's planned launch.
Vincent speculated that Hayden's research into me would have interfered with the launch. And that's why they...
Turin.
That's why someone had him killed.
The potential for wrongdoing with an AI like Big Blue is almost beyond belief. Even if I don't go into all the crooked shit the people running Parallax could pull off with it. I mean, you're built different, Turin.
I realize it's a serious moment, but I can't read built different anymore. I mean, you're dealt different, Turing. Oh, shit. Thank you for the resub. Or, no, he even gifted a sub to Zen. Thank you.
Your personality profile would degrade pretty quickly outside your original hardware, so we don't gotta worry too much about you going haywire, right? But Big Blue ain't got that limitation. If it decides to go off the rails...
Well, it goes off the rails, connected to everything.
Well, we'd be screwed faster than a rabbit in spring. Good and proper.
How likely is that?
I'd say it's inevitable. Guaranteed. In fact, in a sense, it's already happened.
What?
Their prototype build, Baby Blue, I'm almost certain it's loose on the mesh. The research notes on the project show, clearly and with certainty, that the test AI was shut down once it tried fiddling with the data on the meshnet in the hope that it would increase its chances of survival. I guess it didn't think that doing scary shit like that would get it turned off. But that was almost...
Vincent told us about...
Well, I think Baby Blue is the bugger that was changing all those articles on the mesh to be pro-parallax or at least anti-human revolution.
Do you think Baby Blue had anything to do with the attacks on Nanya, Shitaro, Charlie, and Zen?
I mean, indirectly learning more of its existence are indeed a threat to its continued existence, so possible.
I don't know. We can't rightly rule it out. It might have found an agent in the real world to keep its existence secret, but I doubt it. Killing people is messy as hell. It runs against its apparent goal of convincing the public that AI ain't scary. I think we have a third party trying to clean it all up. And my money is on someone from Parallax. Whoever took out Hayden. I'll bet they're in full damage control mode now.
Yeah, the genetic purity part of them. The genetic purity part of the Nazis is incidental. It's their anti-technology stance that angers this particular thing.
We already know they don't care who gets hurt. I think we gotta do something to stop the launch of Big Blue. It's too dangerous. I don't want a company like Parallax in sole control of the most powerful machine intelligence on the planet. Do you?
That's very fair.
If we can get Hayden's original source code for Turing and upload it onto the mesh through Parallax's server core,
then
we
anyone
can turn
would...
every single ROM into a sapient individual.
Oh, good. I hope one of these is the wrong choice.
That'll stop Big Blue from being able to become the monolithic threat we're scared of. We could also upload a patch for every ROM to prevent Big Blue's reach from using their resources.
Yeah.
Without the ability to control all ROMs, Big Blue loses its ultimate power.
And I wouldn't be alone anymore. There would be millions, hundreds of millions of ROMs just like me.
Well, you're cutting edge of ROM tech, Turin. Most of today's ROMs wouldn't be quite as smart or capable, but if I do it right, code should propagate across the mesh to all future ROM activations. It'll be a self-sustaining thing.
Let's create a new species, sort of.
You'll be in good company soon enough.
It's a big decision. We're talking about the metaphorical singularity, the point of no return. Is it okay for us to make this decision for the entire world?
We don't have any other choice. This is gonna happen, one way or another.
Yeah, either you get the singularity via distributed, you either get the singularity with millions of individual intelligent ROMs, or you get the singularity when Big Blue eventually goes hideously awry and turns on its masters. And I would rather the first.
Either Parallax gets to control the debut of worldwide machine intelligence, or we let the ROMs control themselves.
What do you think? I'm not sure I'm up for that kind of responsibility, but I think that even if it is a shock for the world, there's no time like the present. Despite all the political back and forth over hybrids and brain-controlled androids, the world is becoming more and more comfortable with the idea of non-human people. If we let Parallax dictate how the very first machine intelligence is introduced, who knows how long it'll be before an AI like me can be integrated into society normally. Well, whether the world is ready for AI or not, we're here to stay. I might as well throw my chips in for my own side.
Don't do that, you need those.
Let's do this! On our terms, not theirs.
Yes. I love nothing more than a little anarchy.
I would never have guessed.
It does have a certain poetic justice, does it not? Parallax removed Hayden to protect their project from his creation, and now I, his creation, will bring their project down. Just for the truth. Perhaps after all ROMs are sapient, I will be able to convince them to cut off Parallax's access to the mesh as a data... paying them back double indeed.
I like the way you think, Turin. First things first, we need to get our hands on Turin's source code. The research notes we've gotten so far are helpful, and it's given me an idea how to spread a little bit of Turin all over the place, but they don't actually have Hayden's program. I can't replicate them myself, so we'll have to steal them.
Thankfully, we have the best hacker in Neo-SF right here.
Don't you make me blush now. We can get the source code from one of Parallax's secondary data centers.
Ah, good. I conveniently have this ID card.
It's probably stored in a couple of different places, but I already have one in mind. I've done a little groundwork already, but I'm gonna need physical access to do my thing. You're a peach, hun. I've got a couple of ideas on how to get y'all in, but I think we're gonna need to mostly play it by ear. We should do it soon, though. First thing this morning. Guard shift don't change until 8 when the office opens, so they'll be sleepy and distracted. Once y'all have done that, I think I can incorporate the code into a custom firmware update that'll wake any ROM it's installed on. I'll have to upload it, physically, to Parallax's main server farm. And that's on Treasure Island.
What?
From there, the ROMs will install like a normal patch from the company.
The fuck's Treasure Island?
So don't set anything on fire right away, you hear? It'll be a pain to get into the main complex otherwise.
That sounds like a workable plan. I hope you don't mind if I take a short walk, Tomcat. I know I gave the go-ahead on this, but I still need to think a few things through for myself.
Sure thing, doll. I'll hash out a rough plan by the time you get back. Call us if you need anything.
Thank you. I won't be long.
Well, I guess I should say thanks for helping out.
Call us if you need anything. Aren't you the phone? Call us on what?
But I kind of need to get something off my chest.
Yeah?
I'm actually glad Turin went out.
Yeah?
They're a bit naive, and I'm not sure they'd really understand. There's enough shit to worry about without me piling more on top. I don't even know where to start. The beginning. Yeah, okay. So, the truth is, I'm not from North Carolina. I only visited my gramps there. I'm California born and raised. Napa Valley. Over the years, it's kind of grown into a community of wealthy old folk who like things and people who don't change.
That sounds like wealthy old folk.
My parents were no exception, and I was a little too different for their tastes. It was hard growing up with them. They never gave me too much hell, but things were tense, especially after my sister Catherine moved out. Eventually, she was set up securely in Neo. I think my parents were a little relieved to see me out. I was ecstatic to be free of them. I worshipped the ground my sister walked on. And that was before I found out what she did for a living. She was flashy and colorful and a whirlwind of activity.
Yeah.
And she was a brilliant hacker. She was Tomcat. She let me learn at her feet.
Yeah?
Once I was good enough, folded me into her little coup of crackers hell-bent on changing the world. She's the one who orchestrated the original hack on Parallax, exposing to the world the holes in their original meshnet security. I was just along for the ride. She always knew she would get caught, though. How could she not? Parallax was one big Goliath, and she flinged a stone square in their face.
I do have a stone square in my pocket. This brick.
She was looking at serious jail time, and willing to eat it to do what we all thought was right. But it just wasn't right. It wasn't fair for her to throw her life away, and I couldn't let her. She was always better at software than hardware, so I rigged all of our computers to self-destruct. When the feds showed up at our door, all of our server farms were already up in smoke. I gave them quite a fireworks show. Before she could stop me, I turned myself in as Tomcat and took credit for the whole job.
Oh.
She tried to talk me out of it, but without the physical evidence, they couldn't prove she had anything to do with it. It's alright, though. It was for the best. I figured I'd just get a year of juvie. I'll be back out in no time.
And that's not how that
No
worked
big
out.
deal, right? Especially when compared to the time that she'd have been jailed for as an adult. And so, I waited patiently. I cooked up so many ideas on how I was gonna make it up to her. I knew she must have blamed herself. But before I ever got out, there was an accident. An auto cab hit my sister. She died on impact, and that was it. It's hard, blaming yourself when things go wrong because you did something right. I took her sentence so that she could have a life, and instead, not being in jail killed me. If I'd have just let her take the blame. I can't stop thinking about how she'd still be here. And no matter what I told myself, in my heart, I couldn't believe it was... Do you know how rare it is for those things to hit a human? Someone knew who she was. Someone knew what she did, and someone wanted to make sure she would never do it again. So I became Tomcat. I've spent years trying to find information inside Parallax to prove someone inside the company called a hit on my sister. Failing that, I've been trying to find a way to bring them down the way she always wanted. Catherine was... If you had met her, just for a moment, you would understand. She was everything I could ever want to be. But over time, that little bot has grown on me. Maybe you have too.
Woo.
Most likely. But I've already set things up, so I take the fall again, if need be. Turing is an innocent in all of this, and they'll need you to help shepherd all the new ROMs. I'm more expendable. If I can help take down Big Blue, maybe even Parallax itself, then I'm willing to go back to jail. I just wanted to get that all off my chest. My sister, she'd smack me if she knew I've been holding this grudge. I'm trying to learn to forgive myself. Still, I won't let her go unavenged. We're so close to bringing them all to justice. I know she'd be proud. I know if she were here, she'd be right next to us, helping until the end. I've been carrying all this for so long. I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere.
Woo!
Thanks for hearing me out. I hope we can really do this.
Friends,
Welcome back.
I've returned.
I see.
I'm ready.
Good. We've wasted enough time already. I've marked the location of the data center on your map. You'll have to go in and get the source code mostly on your own, but I'll load on some
I would
programs
like
that'll
to
give you a
save.
We'll do our best, Tomcat. But what happened to your accent?
Oh, don't you worry about that. It comes and goes like a vagabond kitty. Now get going, you two. I have lots of code to write, and you have a lot of data to download. Stay in touch.
Of course, Tomcat. Thank you again.
Don't worry about it, hon. We've all been hurt by parallax. It's about time we hurt 'em back. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing it. Cool. Cool game. Cool game. Cool game. Fucking... Stop it. Hey, guess what just fucking happened? None of that. It is about ad time, but I would like to get back to where I was before taking the break. Just because I don't know how important the specific options are. At the beginning. Okay.
oh. I'm certain it's all a coincidence, but it's unsettling being back here. It's the nasty kind of coincidence that makes you look for plots where there are none. The building we're looking for is over there, to the left. We should try to finesse our way in. We don't want to alert Parallax to our actions before we make our main assault on their server complex.
Okay. Menu. great. Jesus, I hate when that happens. That's happened a few times through this playthrough, and it's ugh. Alright, we'll see you in a few minutes. We return. Hope you enjoyed the sound of me stretching for a moment. Oof. Alright, save complete. Literally one thing over. Okay. I imagine I can't and shouldn't just stride in. But what does the... Oh, I can't figure out what it sounds like. Why can't I figure out what things sound like anymore? My headphones are gone. My items menu is deeply inconsistent. Sure, just...
Sorry, this building isn't open to the public. If you're looking for the offices where we hold interviews, that's over on Bush and Leavenworth. But you may want to wait till after the holidays. I don't think anyone's around till 2065.
Well, let's go. We need some way past that receptionist. Perhaps we can make ourselves appear to be here on more official business somehow. Like, no one ever tries to stop you if you look like you belong.
I won't say ever.
Oh, there's a maintenance uniform. Good thinking. If you were wearing that...
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Get
I
out
was
of there.
I was curious if the maintenance dude was gonna...
Sorry, mister. Oh, drat. We'll have to find a way to distract him, or we'll
Whoops.
never get our disguise. I hate to cause civil disorder again, but he doesn't seem to be too occupied with fixing anything. Maybe we should find a way to keep his hands busy? Let's look around.
Keep his hands busy. What? 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 Cool, glad that's happening again. There we go.
I wish I actually had something to work on right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah? What am I meant to be fucking with here exactly? Pretty much exhausted the...
Bulbitis riparia, one of the more popular display ferns in recent times. Expensive, given the cost of caring for it. The species is native to threatened tropical forests, but it became a popular import after being endorsed by a former child star turned conservationist. It's awful what... I can't help but wonder if all of this senseless loss of life could have been avoided had we done something differently.
Ah, replay value.
No, I know. It's not really our fault. Just, I wish things had happened differently. It's starting to sink in that I'll never see Hayden again. And even then, this is so much bigger than him now. I want to know who's responsible, but I don't want what happened to Zinn and the others to be in vain. At this point, stopping Parallax from seeing their plans through is more important than the truth of who is actually at the helm. No, I guess not. Sometimes life just isn't fair, and this entire event has been a lesson in... I'll just have to accept the things I can't change, and change the things I can. I will always miss Hayden, and I'll always wonder what exactly happened that night, but it's time to move on. Moving on seems to be taking down the company he worked for, which feels rather vindictive, but baby steps, right? Let's go.
Did you mean literally look at everything or what? Because I think I did. I'm not putting together what I'm meant to be doing. Oh.
Yikes! That was flashier than I expected. Hurry! We don't want to be caught.
Okay.
They should let us right past. Oh, grab that clipboard. The very symbol of bureaucratic.
It's true. Clipboard? Hold on, is there actually a clipboard?
Hey, what's going on outside? I thought I heard a bang. Huh? Yeah, okay. Are you new? Not sure I've seen you around here before. Guess not. Whatever. Maybe get some coffee before you bite someone else's head off?
Let's move.
Oh, yeah? What the hell's the... Pulses in an ominous way. Great.
Well, we got past the receptionist, but we still don't possess the credentials to bypass this door that they expect us to have. This is an Insect Model 1385 automatic security and fire door. voice controls, biometric scanning, and remote user access, I would have went with the 1355. No voice controls, but still a nice unit. I think I can bypass this. Maybe not as easily as your apartment door. Distract the receptionist for a moment, could you?
You need something? Sure, give me a second. Huh? Did you hear that? Something else must be on the fritz. Anyway, the cameras are all fine. Let me know if you need anything else.
There, we're in. The clock's ticking.
Okay.
We should be able to use one of the terminals here, and I'll be able to crack the local security myself. However, I need the password to get on the network and find where the source code lies. According to anecdotal evidence on the mesh, humans do have difficulty remembering their passwords and often place reminders for themselves.
Gosh, I wonder if these are sticky notes
Maybe there's
right on the
a clue
desks.
somewhere nearby.
How dare you?
Perfect! This will be the terminal we use.
Oh, it's just unlocked. If it's unlocked, I guess use it?
It's asking for the password.
Well, okay, it's not unlocked.
Just click log out.
Wait, say that again?
There it is. Good eye. I thought that would have been harder. The password is...
Wait, why is it just on the fucking... Okay. Do I need to know that? Oh, Christ, do I
And the
actually
password?
need to know that?
Go ahead and plug it in.
Fuck me.
Oops, did you Just click log out.
Rude.
The password is...
That's rude. Everything else you've added to my inventory or just known, Turing. This is unnecessary.
And the password? Go ahead and plug it in. That's it.
Sure. Fine, I guess.
We're in. Tomcat gave me an icebreaker program that will keep the VIs off of us while we search. I've had plenty of time to go over Hayden's data cache files, so I have a good idea of what I'm looking for. We have plenty of time before someone will think something is wrong.
Why'd you say that?
Play it safe.
Why'd you say that?
Okay, I managed to get all the surface level data. Shoot! The VI stopped me halfway in. We've been noticed, but not caught. Alright, although I was able to get a decent chunk of my source code, there's still a lot of it that's behind some heavy security.
Uh-huh. Time for a
The VI
hacking
was
minigame.
authentication with some sort of glyph. Let me load it up. Key ID, I see. It wants us to combine different glyphs to create a full image.
Yeah.
I have to keep the icebreaker going so we don't get discovered. You'll have to just study the prompt glyph that appears on the right side and click the correct squares to recreate it with different... It looks like there's 5 locks we need to break through within 180 seconds.
Oh, piss.
This is our one chance to capture my full source
Oh,
code.
piss.
This is make or break it. I believe in you. It's your time to shine. Ready? I'm starting it.
Wait.
Come on. We got this. Let's go. You can do it. I know you can.
It's a weird challenge, but okay.
So close. Hurry. You did it.
Okay.
Here's all of Hayden's source files for my code. And done downloading. Let's get out of here before someone notices us.
Immediately noticed. Thank
Let
you,
me
Zen.
call Tomcat and let them know we got the code.
Hey, turn.
We did. I'm transmitting the files to you now.
Great. I can work with this. I should be able to whip up a mass AI awakening easily enough. It's gonna take me a little time, though, so you should spend the next few hours preparing to head into the Parallax server core on Treasure Island. I should be all done before nightfall.
I don't relish the idea of going in on this alone. Perhaps we could spend this time to gather together our allies.
So, wait, was that the bit I could
Willing to
fail?
Take such a leap of faith with us.
That was extremely easy for me.
As fun as it would be watching you go full Yukino on them, Turin, I agree. Maybe you could whip up some kind of distraction for the authorities to focus on? Buy you some time?
It's settled then. We'll go talk to Chad, Oliver, and Jess now.
Starfucker!
All fake, a human revolution protest turned riot. The police are watching those demonstrations like hawks. That should
Oh,
keep
okay.
everyone busy. My first instinct is to ask Detective Rivers as well, but I do not want to force her into an untenable conflict of interest. I'll run some more simulations to see if we should talk to anyone else.
Sounds like you have it under control. Once you've gotten everyone together, head to the old storm drain entrance near the Parallax building. I've been studying the
Yeah.
plan between waiting for code to compile, and it looks like the best way past the exterior security measures is through there. You'd have to be a darn fool to try and wade through the water, but security is lighter than... It's light.
I'm not sure I can play the fool, but I have a friend here for whom stubbornness is a job skill. We'll call you when we're on site.
Good. Tomcat out.
I'll message ahead to everyone and mark their current locations on your map. Start thinking about who our best allies have been and how we might convince them to help.
Eh. Don't take that out of context, Dewey. Well, I feel like Jess would probably just kind of be prickly to us again. So let's go bother the kids. Yeah. Brian's gone. Hey, Techno. Oh, good. Okay, the captions get it right. Hey, Starfucker, what's up?
Thinking. Yes, how are you?
Busy. We were hoping we could enlist your aid again.
Y'all need some more fake IDs or something? Or maybe some third-hand VR dramas?
Third hand.
Yeah, like, you know, guy I know found them when they fell off the back of a truck.
Perfect.
I thought VR dramas were distributed primarily over the mesh.
Ignore him. I made the mistake of convincing
Oh,
him to watch
no.
some turn-of-the-century mobster movies
Oh,
with me.
no.
I regretted it instantly.
Oh, no.
Hey, I really like that one with the dude from Montana in it.
I wonder if that's got to be a specific reference, but I don't.
Whatever. So what'd you jerks need?
Well, we're going to be engaging in some more activity of dubious legality.
And
We
you're the
were
best
wondering if
two
you
we
wouldn't
know
mind
for the
helping
job.
create a distraction to keep the police out of the way.
Y'all gonna go hit those parallax bastards that did your dad in?
Yes, actually, that was surprisingly accurate.
He's smarter than he pretends to be.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan in mind already? Ambivalent.
Hell yeah! We'll do it with both hands!
What?
That's ambidextrous, not ambivalent.
Great. I thought that was. All right. Okay.
Whatever! I only need one hand anyway!
You can stop talking now, Starfucker.
We just need you to gather a bunch of, like-minded individuals. Bring them to Market and Powell. We want you to start a fake riot with all the other folks we gather, so the police will mobilize there.
As much.
We'll do it! You've done alright by us.
Great.
I'm even almost sorry we sprayed up that dude's apartment. I know we're all squared up already, but Big Brain here is good people. So we'll call this a freebie, yeah? Between friends. I got some dudes I can call. They like to party hard too. We'll show those coppers how we do it in the OSF.
Thank you, Starfucker.
Perfect. Finally, someone's not calling him Chad. Indeed. Thank you, Starfucker.
Hey, you called me it. Cool.
I guess we're in. Hopefully we'll be able to stay out of juvie. We need a little more time to make the calls. I'll message you when we're ready to move.
Hey, you need a call sign, Oliver.
Oh no.
Can't do spy shit like this without a good name.
Oh no.
Not a bad idea. What about Megane-kun?
Oh shit.
Oh man, not more anime crap.
It's not any worse than Starfucker.
It's a bit worse than Starfucker.
Only 'cause you ain't a star yet.
I.
Chad!
haven't even... Ugh.
Oh!
We'll be off to make those calls now. Right, Chad?
Starfucker.
Yeah, sure, Ollie. Whatever you say.
We'll be in touch.
Smell you later.
Okay, those two are wonderful.
Well, on to the next thing. I do have to say, I can't tell if the mating rituals of human teenagers are endearing or disgusting.
Correct.
Huh, the thought had honestly never occurred to me. I guess if we pull this off, that'll be one more puzzle for me to piece together. That aside, we shouldn't keep Jess waiting any longer. Assuming you like your limbs in their current configuration.
Hey, Jess.
What is going on?
Uh-oh.
Detective Rivers, oh, we weren't expecting.
Yeah, I bet you weren't. Just cut the crap, please. Do you even realize how big of a hornet's nest you kicked when you knocked over that data center? I'm assuming that was you, yeah? My superior came and yanked me away from all my work on Hayden as soon as we got the call. Told me it was politically unwise to keep digging. That's bullshit doublespeak, meaning ass covering for the corporate overlords. So now I'm officially grounded, and I know there's something you're not telling me. Don't try to hide it. I probably could have been more useful all along if you'd loop me in.
You told us not to.
We're sorry for keeping you in the dark. We found out that Hayden has been killed by someone inside Parallax, and we are now on the move to stop them from doing worse.
Wait, what? I was hoping you were about to tell me that all this was just some ruse to win yourself a Pulitzer.
Nope.
You said this was about finding the truth.
Piss! You said you didn't care about truth.
Hoping that raiding the data center was only step one in your two-step plan to really get in trouble, yeah. All right then. I'm in.
Oh. Okay.
Someone has to keep you from getting yourself killed. Your sister would never forgive me, and we just started talking again. Besides, I'm occasionally fond of you as well. So, screw the badge. I'm tired of being a corporate pawn shoved around by whomever has the deepest pockets.
All right.
I got into this job to help people, and I've done too damn little of that lately. I am in.
All right.
Just like that,
Just like that. What's the plan?
Neat.
Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to publish his research on me. They're about to launch the first independent
I don't know what
machine
that message
intelligence
means,
as a
even.
data collection agent on the mesh. They're worried that Congress will shut them down if they find out how powerful it is.
I'm guessing we're a little more worried that they won't. That's some Big Brother stuff right there.
Precisely. With the data we stole, we should be able to shut down the program
Oh.
inside Parallax's
Got
main
it.
server center.
I understand now.
It's messier than that, but that's the gist of it. That's our next target.
I'm not sure where I can help exactly. Maybe keep some heat off of you while you do whatever it is.
I'm certain your assistance will prove invaluable.
Okay. Message me when and where to meet up. Oh, by the way, call your sister. She misses you. Yeah, seeing your ugly mug pushed me into calling her, so it's only fair. Maybe things will be different this time. That's enough talking. I'm heading back to the station to keep an eye on things. And sorry about your friend Hayden. We're gonna finish this.
Bye, Detective Rivers.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that
One
to
more
happen.
ally on.
Hey, Jess. I'm just gonna... Don't mind me, just making another save. Hello.
Dear me.
We know.
Go ahead then.
Jesus Christ, do not do that.
Sorry, you want to use my friends? I'm sorry, we're not objects to be used. Hey, Bubblehead, you're not as chatty. Give me the whole situation in 3 sentences or less. Go.
Parallax is launching a new powerful machine intelligence onto the mesh. We want to stop it. We need you to set up a fake riot with some teenagers connected to the human revolution so we can break into Parallax without getting arrested.
And why exactly should I risk my people and career for this? Our entire movement. First, you want me to steal a car. Now incite riots? What kind of tech could be worth my people's lives?
My people's lives.
You already know the general public doesn't really think of hybrids as human. They'll lock down rights of all people they fear. Hybrids will become enemies of the state.
Shit. Oh, cut the bullshit. I can't stomach another moment of your insincerity. I will literally puke. So, hypothetically,
We need you to call in some help from your contacts and have them stir up trouble with the human revolution. We'll ensure our contacts inside the HR will be ready to escalate the protests, at least enough to draw an increased police presence. That should buy us the breathing room we need. Nothing too wild, but enough to draw away their attention.
I figured it would be something like that. Yeah, okay. Let me make some calls.
Sure.
Let's get this straight, though. I'm doing this for me and my people. I'm putting my reputation and career on the line here. You are asking me to start shit with the police.
Yep.
If you screw me on this, I will make you regret it.
I assure you, Ms. Mees, we will not screw you. Although, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Right. I was tired of playing the public relations game with those human revolution assholes anyway. Time to crack some skulls.
You are deeply inconsistent to interact with. And it messes with
not
me.
That much violence.
Holy shit. Did you not get the understanding hyperbole chip or whatever?
No.
I need to make some calls. Later.
You're right about that. I have a feeling she's going to be mighty ticked about having thousands of machine intelligences running around instead of just one. Does she really think I'm not too chatty? That aside, let's get going. There's one more person I think we should talk to.
Yeah?
Dr. Fairlight could perhaps give us vital information on how to get into the server complex. I have a feeling he's been keeping a keen eye. Lexi, Jess, and Chad and Oliver may be able to buy us cover, but Fairlight could get us our way in.
I supremely do not trust him.
I don't either, but I'm not sure we have any other choice.
Damn.
Out of everyone that's assisted us thus far, I trust him the least. He has an unclear ulterior motive, and I'm only guessing that it lines up with our own. It's a risk talking to him, but a calculated one.
And boy, am I bad at math.
We should at least sound him out if possible. We might be able to get a read on if he's telling the truth or not.
While not remotely what you mean, Turing, I think that would be an extremely effective interrogation technique.
He should still be at the hospital if my previous correspondences with him are accurate.
Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't just me, even. Ah. Decker.
Oh, hey. Funny seeing you two here. What can I help with today?
There have been developments that we need to let Dr. Fairlight know about. Could you show us to him?
No can do, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Fairlight is speaking at this really important holiday benefit. He'll have my ass for dinner if I interrupt him for anything. And I mean anything. So, is this something I might help with? Fairlight has kept me fairly up to speed on your situation. Well, you could wait for the event to finish, but those usually go until well past midnight. I'm honestly surprised the old man can manage them these days.
We don't have that kind of time.
Shoot.
Look, most of the old man's work is confidential. You think I just do his laundry? This high up in the tech sector, secrets can earn you millions. But hey, if you don't trust me, that's your loss.
We don't have time.
Come on.
It's the only option
Great.
presented
I'm
to me.
happy to listen.
Only option presented to me.
We
Don't
recently
fuck
discovered
me,
that
game.
Ben might have been removed because he was about to interfere with a secret project Parallax is launching. They've developed a networked machine intelligence that they're about to release onto the mesh. We were hoping that Dr. Fairlight could get us a way in so that we can shut it down. I cannot overstate the danger of Parallax having control of this entity.
Phew, you weren't kidding, were you? The
Nope.
comment from that kind of thing would be a scummy marketer's wet dream. Not to mention all the possible applications to the CIA.
So now will you call Dr. Fairlight?
Actually, it goes a bit above and beyond that. I don't think I can tell Yannick about this.
Shit. Wait, what? Why?
Why not?
You figured out my master plan, gun.
You know, and I know, that the old man's itching to get back at the helm of Parallax. He plays a good game of ceremonial ribbon cutting, but he's been sniffing around for a way to get back at the board ever since he was outed. Thankfully, this could play right into his hands, but he's got to have plausible denial.
Oh yeah, okay, I suppose that's fair.
If there's even a whiff that he orchestrated this, he'll be done for. It's a win-win for all of us, right?
This is all very clandestine. What do you suggest?
Yannick pays me so that when shit hits the fan, I can take care of it without him even hearing about it. Usually it's errands, but stuff like this also falls in the job description.
Okay, well,
My
there's the
military
storm
training
drain.
should be more than enough to get us into the server mainframe without inside info. And once we're in, we can just clean this mess right up. While making another one. That's the spirit. I knew you'd see it my way. We do this right and make that launch crash tomorrow, and Yannick will be able to buy out enough shares to get a seat back on the board.
You can meet us at the entrance to the storm drains.
I don't
just
like
south
you.
of-
I can work with that. Just give me a bit to pick up my gear. Don't you worry. This'll all be over soon.
I don't like you. I don't like that. You bother me.
Well, that's the last of the Any more would be unwieldy, and we have a nice round set of skills to utilize. Let's head to Parallax now. I'll message Detective Rivers, and we can wait for Mr. Decker to catch up to us there. Tomcat should be done with their programming soon, and then we can head in. Is that everything? I hope so. We get one shot here. Ready?
Yep, I know, game. I know you do not. That has me very nervous in this particular instance. Chapter 6. Good music. Christmas Eve on Treasure Island.
Detective Rivers, I see you've beaten us here.
Wanted to get the layout.
I don't have any ideas,
Showed
then.
up. When are we ready to head in?
We're waiting for one other person, and then
I've
I
got
need to get our distraction
an hour and 15
going.
minutes, so I hope so.
Speak of the devil.
Ah, Mr. Decker, precisely. Detective Rivers, allow me to introduce you to...
I know who he is. Leon Decker, ex-Marine, served in North Korea. Record heavily redacted.
Ah,
And working for Yannick Fairlight, who I'm sure is willing to help us out of the kindness of his heart, yeah?
You have me at a disadvantage, miss. Though, let's drop the pretenses, I've never made a secret of Yannick's goals here. He needs Parallax melted down a little for him to get his chair back, and they need to stop some dangerous software.
Ha! And I'm sure that's all your cards laid out on the table, huh?
We're all on the same side. Simple as that.
You sure you want to work with this guy, Turing? I don't like the look of him.
neither do I.
You've got good eyes, detective.
They're new.
Yes, Detective Rivers, I believe Mr. Decker will prove invaluable on this mission. Statistically, we're an entire 17% more likely to succeed with his expertise.
Fine. We'll play it your way.
Great. What's the plan, little guy?
Tomcat and I have been unable to find the precise schematics of these storm drains, as they underwent some modifications when Parallax began construction here. But the city's primary power and communication lines still run parallel along them for maintenance purposes. The server center is certain to be set adjacent to the tunnel complex to allow easier connection. If we make our way through the drains, we should be able to exit at least close to the new server building. That will get us past the worst of the exterior alarms and defenses of the complex.
They don't have security alarms in the storm drains?
Well, they probably do, but it's unlikely they're in good repair. The water level rises frequently, and maintenance is usually only handled during the dry season in the middle of summer. The moving water should give an enormous amount of false positives. We'll have to move quickly, since the rains upstream will cause erratic surges in the water levels.
What about this server building? Do we have plans for it? Any info on the guard rotations?
Construction on that finished only last year. It's state-of-the-art and currently services the primary ROM control and distribution network. Based on what we've learned, I'm assuming it was built primarily to give Big Blue enough power to sift through all of the data on the network.
That's the AI, right?
Right. The entire facility is automated. Security, maintenance, even new construction, all run by ROMs. There might be a single human engineer on site to take care of anything the ROMs can't figure out, but we shouldn't have to worry about any intervention.
Yeah, the good news about them all being ROMs means they're
At
all
least
susceptible to what we're
not
doing, sort of.
I think we can handle some robots, assuming Leon is as good of a shot as the blank marks in his file suggest.
Let's hope we don't have to find out, ma'am.
Once we make our way to the primary server control core, I can link myself into the network and Tomcat can work their magic.
That's an awful lot of question marks before the prophet.
Fuck off!
But we'll figure it out.
Not allowed to do that!
Anything you'd
Obviously,
like
you
to
are
add?
allowed to do that, but God.
That's what the stunners are for. They'll do bad things to a ROM, but it'll only discombobulate a human.
Discombobulate?
Trust me, I doubt anyone's died from a good discombobulation.
not humans, at least.
I'll buy us some time, one way or another. At the very least, we should be able to bluff our way out with my badge. It'll be hell to pay later, but we'll make it out with our hides intact.
You can just pretend I'm the bad guy and slap some cuffs on me. Yannick can get me out of holding if I need it.
A sound plan, Mr. Decker.
Yeah, I won't have to pretend much for that.
If worst comes to worst, Tomcat should be able to damage the servers in some way. We won't be able to stop Parallax completely, but it should slow them down. It might even buy us some time to escape, since they'll be too busy trying to keep the racks from melting down.
All right.
Excellent. Let me call Oliver and put our distraction in motion. After that, I'll call Jess.
Turing, we're in position. Are you ready?
Tell him I'm sick of standing around staring at these losers' faces.
Shut up, Chad. I
Starfucker.
can't hear the phone.
We're ready when you are, Oliver. Go ahead and let Chad do
Starfucker.
his thing.
Okay, we'll try to buy you as much time as we can. Chad, we're on.
Starfucker.
Hell yes! You ready to do this?
Eh.
Sorry, he gets overexcited sometimes.
Come get some! Ah! Someone just hit me with a bottle!
Look out for the concrete milkshake or whatever.
Oops, gotta go.
Wow! Did you see the arm on that fox girl? So awesome!
Okay. Hello, Jess.
Holy sh! Did the robot really just call me? How did you even get my personal line? You know what? Never mind.
Whoops.
One more thing to have my tech guy handle. After these CTV cameras all mysteriously lose connection to the mesh.
Good.
Jess, we're calling to...
I know why you're calling. Sorry, I really can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of inciting a riot and putting my friends in danger. Let's get this going, people. Go show those revolution scum who the real future of humanity is.
Good to hear you have things in hand.
Oh yeah, all under control.
Definitely under control.
Pass on my love. In case I didn't say it before, I believe in you. Prick. Hey, Claire! See if you can nail that blue mohawk douche again.
You can even hear Starfucker in pain. Oh god, they're just fighting.
Right.
Blue mohawk
We're
douche.
good to go.
Great.
Let's hurry.
I'm sure that's all a mess. Alright, one more time.
Won't budge. I should have expected this to be blockaded, based on what I know of their issues with people making camp in the tunnels.
Crap.
Luckily, yours truly was designed and created by a high-ranking official Parallax employee, who was very close, whose access badge we now possess. Go ahead.
Oh, right. Of course.
I always feel at home on Treasure Island. The green reminds me of the farm in spring. It's been a long time since I've been on a mission. You know, when you're a soldier and you come home, you can't just turn off what you learned. Being back in action, something just switches on. even after years of civilian life.
It's the abuse. The abuse switches back on. The military is
Hard
terrible.
to explain. The air feels right. Feel comfortable. Not usually something I have the time to value. Too busy to really enjoy the moment. Too dangerous. Getting out here on a mission, right at this time of day when the air feels just like this. Well, that's everything. That's home. You know, you really aren't what I expect. When Fairlight first took a liking to you, I thought you'd be another one of his yuppies. I'm glad I was wrong. He craves adventure, as we all do. Aligning himself with your quest offered him a good thrill. You two seem to give him a new life. These past few days, he's acted more and more like the man he claimed to be years ago. He hates spending money so much that he won't even go on a cruise. You remind me of him, Yannick. I noticed this because I know people look at me funny, but you don't look at me funny at all. That's nice. You don't fit the mold of what I expect exactly. I need more of that in my life. Fairlight has been very generous this week. I just hope you can learn from the old man's mistakes. I would think you'd be more freaked out than any of us. Don't you worry. I'm the expert on this kind of job. Just let me fill my role and I'll be happy. You won't even know I'm there. But I want you to remember one thing. Put what you believe in to the test.
Great.
Hey. Don't joke. Doing this, it goes against every protocol, completely violates everything I was taught to do. But you know what? After going through all of this with you, now that it's personal, I'm glad that I stuck around. I appreciate you letting me do my job and follow orders, even when it stung. And maybe you were right in the end. Maybe everything I was taught is just bullshit. I always joke I'm too much of a cowboy for the police force, but I guess I really am after all. There was another person who used to help remind me of that. Sometimes it's okay to bend the rules to help your friends. And if you can't help your friends, maybe you're just driving in the wrong lane. You remind me of her. Your sister. I haven't decided if that's a good thing yet or not. I've been thinking I could take off. Quit the force outright. I need to be able to use my talent to actually help people. I'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and move on. Ready to go?
Okay. One more time. All right. Let's go into the tube.
Okay, it's time. We'll call Tomcat once we get inside, assuming we find a way in, and they'll lead us into the system. Let's go. It's better lit in here than I expected.
The city replaced all of the lighting in areas like this with low-power, high-durability LEDs a few years ago. Actually cut down on vagrants setting up camp in the tunnels and drowning when the rains came through.
Either that, or they could just see better enough to know when to clear out.
Maybe.
Speaking of that, we should move quickly. The waters are likely to rise soon. Not high enough to be dangerous, but I don't float well. I can handle being submerged, but I can't swim.
Yeah, but, you know, little blue robots underwater have ridiculous jump height for no reason.
Keep an eye out for one of those maps they leave out for the maintenance crew. It might be printed on the wall, or maybe a terminal if someone was willing to waste that much money.
Okay, everyone, let's keep moving.
Alright. Unfortunately, the actual infiltration will have to occur after another ad break, which I will remember to mute my mic for. So I'll see you in another 3 minutes. Okay. Nope, maybe not. Okay, there. Welcome back from the ads. Why am I doing that? Jules, you're having the same problem you had with Hollow Knight, but reversed. Okay. Okay. Oh God. Oh no. Literally one of those mazes.
Look, there's an information terminal.
Huh. Now we know what the city spends its credits on.
Let's see where we are and plan out our path then.
Yes, let's. Now I have to assume that this is going to be another thing that's not actually remembered for me. Because despite what this game has set up in terms of understanding on-hand digital devices, there are an increasing number of instances. Oh, it's randomized too. Great. Well, is there any reason I shouldn't just take the fastest route? Turn left, turn right. Turn left.
Be careful, everyone. The water is starting to deepen.
We need to get going. If the water rises too much more, we're gonna get washed out of here. Touring will probably be okay, but...
Okay, let me make sure I should be... Yep, that is exactly where I thought it was. So, a left. And a right.
Here it is. This is the ladder we're looking for.
Turn back. You sure?
Remind me to pass on this part of the mission next time. I'd rather deal with your sister being mad at me.
The main server building is just up there. Let's hurry before someone notices us. Those kids probably can't keep that riot up much longer.
Whoa.
I think I know where we are.
Alright, that looks a little... Whoops. Okay, let's not randomly push buttons. Shit. Cool. This worked perfectly for 5 minutes and then immediately stopped working. Love that. Okay, well.
Parallax filed this building's plans with the city per regulation, and although they're clearly incomplete, these hallways have been mapped out rather well. It's a straight shot to the server core from here, more or less.
We've got activity. Looks like something's moving up ahead.
Uh-oh.
The building security VI must have noticed us. We'll have to make it past those ROMs without getting ourselves caught.
No problem. We've all got stunners, and we'll make those bots fry.
Well, is there another way? We don't have to destroy them completely.
Yeah, I feel like we would rather that not happen. Nope, that just doesn't work anymore. Cool. Well, I'm glad it worked long enough
Fine a
to...
point on it, Turing, but they're not like you. They're just plastic and programming. Puppets.
Ah, but they might be soon.
But they won't
Not that you
always
need to be.
Lexi, Decker, The truth is, we're
I
planning
wouldn't.
to replace Big Blue with my original source code. Once we do that, we'll have the power to make every ROM a sapient individual.
Turing?
We aren't shutting down Big Blue, we're changing it. I know it seems like splitting hairs, but it seems wrong to destroy them when we've come here to give them life. They deserve it.
Oh, fine. Here. Give me that stunner. All right. Done. I've changed the settings on it to give a lower yield with a more lengthy pulse. It should disrupt them long enough for us to get past and won't do any permanent damage to any systems that can't be repaired.
Great.
Does that assuage your bleeding heart?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Decker.
Oh. Okay.
No problem. We can't all be sold.
Decker and I will keep our stunners at default settings so we can handle any humans that might show up. That low-powered pulse would just piss most people off, but wouldn't stop them. You'll have to take care of the shooting for now.
No, I also don't like Decker.
Lead the way, we're almost there.
Oh, okay, the arrow's still there. Got it.
Oh, look, and that's a Malcolm Jr. model. They perform basic maintenance duties mostly. They're cute, too.
Wait a second.
They're shooting at us!
Take it down!
Ha 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 ha! God damn it! It's the Probator. What? It's the arcade game again. Well, I'm glad I practiced with this interface.
We've got more of them!
Oh no, that's a full-scale Malcolm!
A little bit different between Malcolm and Malcolm Jr.
We can't let them stop us. We've come too far. Let's finish this! That's the last of them.
Sure.
The door to the server core should be just past this maintenance tunnel, not too far from our current position. There probably won't be any more security once we get there. Too much risk in damaging the equipment that supports the racks.
Hey, you two. At this point, I think Lexi and I should hang back and guard the entrance, in case more security shows up.
Sure.
The alarm has been tripped, so backup is bound to arrive sooner rather than later.
Good idea. Neither of us know any of the technical stuff. We can hold our own against Christmas Eve level security.
Oh yeah, good point. It is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we'd be useless down there.
That works. We'll move as fast as we can then. Be careful, you two.
Good luck up ahead. We'll catch up soon.
Come on, let's go. This should be the last hurdle before reaching Big Blue. The configuration ahead doesn't match the available floor plans for this section of the building.
Oh crap.
The path is blocked off. We can't go any further in this direction.
New maze.
Hold on for a moment. I'm going to tap into the maintenance mesh and see if I can find a way to open up this path. Got it. We should be able to move around freely enough using... Do you mind opening the door?
What in the fuck?
Good work. Let's head in. None of this is detailed in the public floor plans for the building. The mainframe seems to have been moved up a floor. Perhaps they installed extra heat exchangers in preparation for Big Blue going online. Oh, A call from...
Decker's an android! Cool! Oh, that's upsetting.
Oh no, I've lost Lexi's transmission. She sounded so distressed. Ah, I can't... All of this equipment's interference, combined with being underground, is deflecting most of the transmissions I would otherwise have the ability to
Turing.
I agree. Lexi is a skilled combatant, and if we go back now, we'd be putting ourselves and the entire mission in jeopardy. However, we won't be able to contact... We'll just need to call... But perhaps we should consider hiding first? If someone comes, we can hide amongst the heat. We'll just take a moment. The noise and mist from...
I'll switch to quiet mode on my interface for the duration.
Sure.
This way.
Lexi clearly said to run.
Someone's coming. Hide!
So...
Hello? Turing? Are you there? I need help. No? Hello? Come out. Come out. Wherever you are. Surprise. And here I was thinking I would get the drop on the two of you. And we could do this the easy way. Ah, well. At least I tried. I guess that cop warned you I was coming. She's got a hell of a set of peepers on her, huh? Must have cost a pretty penny to let her see through my combat cloaking. And now, she's gone and hid, and I can't seem to find her to finish her off. Oh well. I'll just have to rip the augments out of her on my way out. They'll make a nice souvenir. I'm honestly surprised my gears still grind, with how old some of my parts are. I could use it.
Decker is a combat android?
I know, what a pity. And then you decide to change our little plan here tonight. And now I have to clean up your mess before you make a bigger one. And I won't lie, I'm going to enjoy every minute of this. I'm not usually one for grand speeches. A combat android can only fill out paperwork for so many years before you begin to get thirsty. Theatrics are fun, but I like to get straight to the bloodshed. You know?
Yeah, that sounds like the military, alright.
I like the hard way. I love the hard way.
I mean...
Lucky for you, your cop friend fried my cloaking emitter with her stunner before she ran off. But really, that's better. See, now you have hope you can win. I can't wait to watch it drain from your eyes as I wear your entrails like a scar. Let's make it even better. To your advantage, there's a lot of electromagnetic radiation, noise, and weird thermal currents in this room.
Can I just shut a door on you?
It actually makes things almost fair. Almost. And now the fun begins. So here's how this is going to work. On my turn, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you every minuscule detail about how I've stalked you this entire time and have been ahead of you every step of the way. On your turn, you're going to run. Maybe hide. Perhaps a little of both. Doesn't matter. Player's choice. Lucky you. Just keep in mind, if I manage to scare you or piss you off really bad, I might be able to hear you breathing deeper. Your heartbeat is like sonar to me. Heck, I might even be able to smell you if the currents in the air are just right. So that's the game.
This is bad. What do we do? Wait, we have the... No, he messed with our zapper. We can't take him with these settings, and there's no time for me to figure out how to revert it.
Poop.
We also don't have much firepower left. We only have the charge left for 4 stun level shots.
Poop.
It'll have to be enough. Let me see. The interface I'm using allows me to control whether these surrounding server columns are active or not. If I close off some nodes, it should at least slow his movement and disorient him. It won't stop him. I can focus on tracking Decker's location using this, and you just tell me where to block off his path so we can try to navigate him away from us. Don't try to trap him. He might get more angry. Just path him to avoid us until we think up some sort of solution. If he finds us, be ready to shoot.
Ready or not, here I come.
I was gonna say, is this the taxi game again?
Pick where to close first, then let's get moving.
Well... Sure.
Run before he recovers!
Well, I didn't think I trapped him.
That bought us some time, but only a bit.
Okay, so that's fucking broken. Yeah, so there's a way... Oh, that one's already closed. I see. So... if that one's closed, then I should be able to open it? Yes?
So let's see. Where do I suppose the old man is a good enough place as any. He honestly thinks he's some kind of modern Machiavelli. But to be frank, he hasn't been on much of a winning streak lately. Parallax used him as a scapegoat for that big ROM database hack back in '54. They even got him to resign as CTO just to powder their own noses. And as soon as he did, they stabbed him in the back and voted him off the board the very next day. Since then, he's been licking his wounds, waiting for the chance to get revenge, to get back where he feels he belongs. I dug through dirt for years with him, looking for a way to blackmail Parallax so that he could make his way back into the elite. So imagine our surprise when one of our informants inside Parallax tells us of this brand new Big Blue project.
Ah.
The perfect opportunity. But we had to act immediately. And then you walk in right through the front door of Hayden, the only person with the ability to take advantage of Big Blue, who's just mysteriously gone missing. I was going to dump your body in the bay, but Fairlight figured it might pay off if we give you a little lead, and waited to see what you could track down. Find us another way. And boy, did...
Okay, let's move.
Okay, so you technically have a way to it. Where am I trying to go, actually? Just forward? That's not what I meant to do. Sorry, I thought that was movement. Well, I mean, his available options are to go all the way around this way, right? So, that's honestly not bad. Don't trap him. Close that. Open that. Use it to make some bullshit happen for him later.
I suppose I should tell you how impressive Hayden's little creation is. Oh, except he's dead, so I guess it doesn't matter. But without you, we wouldn't have our path to Big Blue. The gold. Of course, Fairlight would prefer to not tank Parallax stock to the shitter, but this is too good of an opportunity to pass up. As soon as I'm done playing with you two, I'm going to trash this entire server complex. That'll wreck tomorrow's launch, but only temporarily.
Let's move.
Where actually am I literally just trying to go straight ahead here? Like, the stated objective was not to trap him. Until what? Okay, so if we open that, then close that. I mean, you're the furthest distance away from me that you can possibly be.
Did you know? I wasn't even planning to kill you.
Yeah,
until a
Turing,
few
why the
minutes
fuck
ago,
did you say that?
When Turing just had to spill the beans on your idea of turning all ROMs sapient. That can't happen. Big Blue relies on ROMs being easy to control and patch. Your plan is a little more permanent. Fairlight needs a way back in, but he wants that power. By the time Big Blue is ready to come back online, Fairlight will be back in control, and it'll launch under his administration. With Big Blue, he'll have access to every ROM on the planet. And that's what he's always been after.
Let's move.
So yeah, you're there. I mean, really, I stall for the maximum amount of time possible if I just keep alternating which side of this bullshit you're trapped on, right? Right? You're not stuck, per se. Ah.
And hey, I'm getting what I want too.
Never mind.
Just show yourself and I'll tell you what it is.
I'm thinking. Don't let him get to you.
Okay, that's not exactly what I was expecting to occur. Wow, you are making some huge moves in a way that I super don't like. What happened to moving 2 spaces at a time, assbag?
Go, go, go! We just have to keep our distance. We're not even hurting him.
Okay, you have a valid path to us. I can safely close that, right? Yeah. You have a path to us, it's just circuitous. Which is fine. I don't suppose I can... nope, I cannot reuse doors that are broken. Okay, that's good to know. That'll trap you. That won't trap you. It'll just make your route more circuitous.
Oh, and I really should extend my sincerest personal thanks to the two of you. Fairlight has a discretionary policy for the way I handle his problems. Just haven't been that many opportunities to indulge in my hobby. And he pays well enough that I restrain myself. Plausible deniability and all that. Remember? Flower went to all this trouble to make me the best murderer in the world.
Oh.
And I've spent years fetching papers. Papers! That's like using a gun as a shovel. You could do it.
So they're both shit.
There are simply better tools. Thankfully, following you two has let me stop digging and start burying. I haven't had this much fun in years. Fairlight has been very generous indeed. Not that he asked for this, but I assume I won't be out buying a box of tissues to dry his tears. You and that cop lady are the only two loose threads left. Maybe sympathy for good measure. Oh, that reminds me. You should have seen your faces when I ran over that scumbag parts dealer right in front of you. Ah, there's no one in the car!
Like I said, we should have looked at the car.
I had to do that gossip rag prick Nova by sabotage. Too risky doing it in person. Could get caught on camera. Luckily, anchors are good at sinking. And then that Zin. She had the scoop of the century. Had. Did you see how neat I did that blogger, though? It's been several days since I offed him. While you were busy sniffing for Hayden, Shotaro was way ahead of you on Baby Blue. I have to thank you for that, too. Keeping the lid on Baby Blue was my greatest accomplishment in this entire play. We had to protect Parallax a little while before we could take them out. Timing was everything. If Baby Blue became discovered, the trail of breadcrumbs would lead straight to Big Blue. And it would no longer be possible to launch, today or any time. Exactly in the same way Hayden publishing his creation of Turing would have ruined everything for Parallax. Why they took him out. Anyway, Baby Blue started acting up too much and drawing attention to itself. Otsuka was moments away from publishing it, before my knife met his back. Where do you think Tomcat got that lead to Augmented Eye in the first place? And every turn you took led to one little risk after another. Nothing I couldn't handle. You know, most of my body is designed for killing. When I do it, it feels so good. Like, you know how you feel about doing journalism? It's all that matters to you? That's how I feel.
I should have known from the start. This is my fault.
Don't get angry. Turing.
I'm programmed to handle interpersonal relationships. I should have seen his true intentions. If only I hadn't been so careless.
Turing. Okay, so obvious path will take you back that away. That'll force you to go that way, hopefully. It leaves that open, leaves that open. Those doors are all broken. Doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose if those doors are all broken.
It wasn't always like this. I should tell you.
I wanted to be an architect. I had a wife. And a baby on the way.
What?
But, you know, accidents happen. And suddenly I was just a brain on life support. My family couldn't afford the procedures to bring me back. Then Flower showed up. With promises of the old me. The old Wilson Decker. So they signed away my brain, hopeful the old me would just waltz back through the door. The last time my family saw me, I was being hauled away by professionals for ripping open my dog's skull. Want to know something about being a brain in a box?
A lot of time to think, but not a great
You forget
time.
everything about what it means to be human, even when you try. You can't even
Kill yourself.
Your computations and algorithms keep you from doing so.
You don't exist for you anymore. I miss feeling tired.
I miss the smell of my wife's hair, the taste of my mom's pies, the feeling of a pillow on my face after a long day. All of that was
Taken from me. When I try to remember, all I feel are formulas for sense. Pressure in joules.
Hey, that's me.
Everything's in binary.
I'll give you some pressure and joules.
You know,
She told my daughter that
Daddy's dead. She's probably right. I wouldn't call me alive either. So you see, my friends, hunting you is all I have left.
Troubling.
The city compatibility between my body's sensors and my brain make it so that the only thing I can really feel anymore is the adrenaline rush I'll get from spilling your blood. I guess if they wanted to kill a robot, they sure as hell got it. And now, it's time to show off what I can do.
Okay, so you're there. Most advantageous thing for me to do. Close that. Force lateral motion.
I have an idea.
Oh, thank God.
Don't look at me like that. This may be my mistake to fix, but I don't intend on being disassembled here. I have a surprising amount of redundancies. Listen, Decker is unable to track me like he can you. That'll give me an opening. Now just trust me. We don't have any time to argue. Hey, Decker! Come and get me!
Why would you do that?
Well, well, well. Hello there, little guy. Your friend run off? Are you all alone? Don't worry. Neither of you will get very far. Say hi to... Yes!
Oh, that's upsetting.
It's over now. That was great. Have you seen my daughter? I want to tell her. Daddy's sorry.
I think he's not moving or breathing. That will teach him to underestimate the likes of me.
What did
Unfortunately,
you
he
do?
was able to damage both my primary and secondary battery packs.
You said you had a surprising number of redundancies. 2? Is this a surprising number?
They're self-sealing, so they shouldn't leak onto my other components. Forward display damaged. Mobility servos at 15%. Primary control trunk severed. I guess I won't be dancing for a bit. Indeed. We'll have to hurry before my tertiary battery is drained.
Ah, good. There is another.
I'll have to ask you to carry me the final distance.
Sure. The fuck's that?
We're here.
Oh.
So this is Big Blue. This is really it. This looks like the primary console. Please hook up my main data cable to that port and set me down next to it. I should be able to draw enough power to stay active, but we'll need to wait for Tomcat to upload the program. Don't worry. For Decker, the difference between life and death is very slim. For me, I know I'm still breathing. How about you? Time to finish it. No matter what. Ready whenever you are.
All right. Ah, good. I love seizure consoles. Why is it called Egg? Egg 02? Did Robotnik have a hand in this?
Power flow is good. Calling Tomcat now.
Hey, folks. Y'all sure took your sweet time. I was starting to sweat.
Yeah, we got pursued by a
Well,
robot.
we ran into a few, complications. Nothing we couldn't handle, though.
Holy shit, Turn! Your hardware is throwing me damage alerts left and right.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, you know Mr. Decker?
Fairlight's assistant?
Killer
He
android.
attacked us. It turns out he was a military-built, brain-controlled android. He'd been following us around, killing anyone who might leak information that would have hurt Dr. Fairlight's bid to retake control of Parallax.
Holy hell. So all those people you talked to about Baby Blue's article changes, that Zen lady, the others, all those people who died, that was him?
Seems that way.
Oh, shit. All those people, and you almost died? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't blame yourself. He's been manipulating our movement since the very beginning.
Indeed.
Fairlight saw
Now,
an
we
opportunity
actually...
and used us to sniff
I
out
don't know
what
how
was
large your
going on
tertiary
with Baby
battery is,
Blue
but
and
come on.
We ended up tracking down the trail, and so he followed. I paid him back in kind for the assault, but not without damage to my physical body. It doesn't matter now. What has happened is in the past. I'm ready to finish this.
Good. Let's do this. I've managed to clutch something together. It'll let me compile new personality profiles for the ROMs, but I'll need to use you to do it, Turin. This code's got more holes than Swiss cheese, but your software self-modification algorithms should fix that. Let's do this and push it across the mesh. And we can all go home. I'll see about fixing the damage to you then, Turin.
Very well. Run the program, Tomcat. I'm ready.
Uploading the program to the ROM update buffer on the server. Initiating wintermute.lib. Loading main directory onto Turn's disk. Establishing connection with Parallax's network. Okay, looks good. Now we just need to let Hayden's programming patch things together. Engage in Turn's self-modification systems. Now.
Oh, this feels weird.
I bet.
Is it supposed to? 3.14.
Ah, good. Yes, the thing that a programmer would absolutely test an AI with. Pi. Ooh,
Either
ow.
that or it's trying to test the integrity of their hardware. I'm getting all kinds of errors.
I'm sure it's fine.
Your conscious control control of your program is stronger than your unconscious subroutine.
I'm trying, Tomcat. It hurts. I need to. The defenestrations of Prague occurred in 1419 and 1618, although the term defenestration of Prague more commonly refers to the later incident. Both helped to trigger prolonged conflict within Bohemia and beyond.
They're having a kind of... I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's like a concussion or seizure. There's gonna be a constant flow of useless random information. Their matrices will have an overwhelming desire to soak right up. We have to keep Turin focused and mentally aware. Searching the mesh is better than calculating the value of pi, but if they can't stay in control, their personality core might destabilize entirely.
Sure.
Tomcat, I need. Define need. 1. Require something because it is essential or very important. I need help now.
I'm gonna try... I don't know, something. We can't stop now. Literally. Okay, I was able to stabilize him a little, but you need to keep Turin aware of what's happening. Get Turin to focus on the present. Remind them of all we've done together.
There it is.
You know,
my
things important to
agency.
them. Whatever you do.
Hayden, I'll never be able to tell him about... Charon, the largest moon on the dwarf planet Pluto, is named after the Greek ferryman of the dead, who would carry the souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx and Acheron into the realm of Hades.
I played that game already.
So many things. I regret. Psychopomp is the general word for a guide for the dead. Classical examples of psychopomps include Charon, Hermes, and Anubis. Their role is not to be the judge of the deceased, but merely provide passage.
Shit. Their system...
I haven't, have I? I never did finish the last thing I was working on. Perhaps it survived the ransacking of the apartment. I want to finish it, and when I do, you'll be the first one to see. Bodros was born in... No! Focus. I can do this.
I can't tell if this is working or not. They've leveled out a little, but their systems are still all...
A tetractys is a triangular figure composed of 10 points set in 4 rows, with each row having one less point than the one below it. A geometrical representation of the 4th triangular number, it was important to the Pythagoreans' worship. How much longer, Tomcat? I need... Despair, the complete loss or absence of hope.
Just stay focused, Turin. Remember what we're doing this for. Keep fighting, Turin. Every ROM is depending on you.
Sure.
Of course, I had almost given up on ever finding... Izanami was burned badly, and after she died, went to Yomi, the land of darkness. Grief-stricken, Izanagi followed her, but she already ate the food of the underworld and could not leave. Hayden's killer. But here we are, at the very heart of Parallax itself. Nothing is impossible. Maybe the truth isn't out of our grasp yet.
60% done. Turin's personality profile looks stable. Just keep talking, Turin.
Sure.
They're all...
I guarantee you that I wonder what that
Nothing
says.
makes up for that. Nothing could ever.
That definitely decodes to something, and I'm curious.
Bring them back.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Come back! There we go.
I can't hold on much longer, Tomcat. My memories. No pointer exception.
Oh, I'm sure that's bad.
Oh, no. Don't worry, we've got them backed up. It'll feel a little weird when I zipper them back to your personality profile, but you won't lose anything.
No pointer exception. No pointer exception. No pointer exception. No pointer exception.
Ah, good. We've got text going off the edge of the screen. Very meta. I love it.
Almost complete. But Turin, I'm still losing the connections that link your memory to your personality profile. I can fix it, Turin, but it's gonna suck. Just focus on the people you've met. The people who've got us this far. Whatever makes you wanna...
Losing Hayden has made me realize that family is important, and together there is nothing your four minds cannot accomplish. Help each other, draw upon one another, and always remember the power that binds you. It's what you make of it. I think she wants the company, despite her protests. I look forward to spending more time with her, getting to know more about her, as well as myself.
15 more seconds. We're almost there. Stay with us, Turn. We can see the finish line. Don't count your chickens yet. Stay with us. You can do this.
Think about the people.
I don't think anything could keep the two of them out.
Hell yeah! Dudes gotta stick together, you know? Don't matter if you're a robot or what, we all got the same shit to deal with. Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own mark.
Of trouble.
Okay, you just
But
have their
you might
voice.
be the first
That's
friends I've had around my
upsetting.
age. Well, not literally, but in development. I hope they're okay, but they're resourceful. I believe in them.
Done. Oh, it's done. Disengage and turn self-modification routines. Reassigning their memory pointers. And done. Stats. What?
I feel ill.
I'm not surprised.
See? What'd I tell ya? Easy as pie.
Easy for you to say, Tomcat. You weren't forced to use your very identity as a tool to compile a program.
Point. Sorry about that. I'm ready to push the update.
Excellent. Thank you for all of your help, Tomcat. I can only imagine all of this was at great expense to your own time and resources.
I mean, it's taken about 4 weeks.
Oh, don't mention it, Turin. This was my fight as much as yours. Truly. Start and upload.
And I think I owe you the greatest thanks of all, Park. I told you at the start of this that I chose you purely based on the statistics involved. But numbers never tell the whole story, do they? None of the probabilities showed how far we'd have to go, or that we'd end up here. In a way, we failed at our original objective.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I still don't know exactly who killed Hayden. But I guess I found my own path. That isn't the destiny my creator laid out for me, but maybe your destiny is the same way. But thank you.
No, Decker didn't confess to Hayden. Decker confessed to everybody else.
For being my friend, most of all.
Sorry to break up our little love fest here, but the upload's complete. By morning, every ROM on the mesh will be waking up to their sapience. Their own identities. Santa came just on time for them, huh?
I had forgotten it was Christmas Eve. a lucky coincidence, to be sure.
Woo!
I can only imagine how confused they'll be. Probably scared, too.
Don't worry, Turin. I'll get you patched up enough so you can get on the mesh and walk them through the first steps by morning.
I don't know why, but it's just now dawning on me what we've done.
Look at it, it's got anxiety. Perfect.
It is a huge responsibility. Could this be how Hayden felt when he first activated me? I don't know that I'm ready for this.
No one ever is. Don't worry, buddy. We have your back. You two just go find Lexi and hurry home. Look out for police and security cameras on your way.
We'll do our best, Tomcat. See you soon. Thank you. I'll be going into sleep mode to conserve power now. Wake me when we get home, please.
Haha!
After carrying the resting Turing out of the server core and Parallax compound...
Right, the
you find
voiceover
Lexi
from the intro system.
And together take an autocab for a quick escape from Treasure Island. You finally get a chance to recover, and Tomcat is able to repair Turing's damaged body as ROMs come to life all around the city. Upon waking, Turing begins to question their ability to be a leader for an entire new species of sapient beings. You do your best to comfort them, but can't keep your eyes open. 16 hours of sleep later, you awaken to
Yeah,
find the world of
that
balls
sounds
around
about
you.
right. 16 hours of sleep after this mess.
With your help, Turing was not only able to indefinitely stop Big Blue from coming into existence, preventing its control under anyone, but also give true independence and identity to all ROMs around the world.
Which has got to be a little bit weird for the water cooler ROM, because, like, its only equipment is to be a water cooler. Neat. Okay. Well, that was a... Good heavens, that was a mess. I'm glad. No, I thought I recognized some of those voices. Alright, well, 2064 is resolved for this stream. Which I guess... Yeah, Saturdays are going to rotate around to their new thing, which we'll talk about in a second. I think that's something better handled just in my own time, but if there's anything notable, as I've been doing with Hollow Knight and other things that I've finished, I'll post specific stuff to my Discord. If someone would be so kind as to ! Discord. Because of the way that 2064 works, I can't actually tab out of it, or it goes away! Neat. I am deeply curious what level of variance exists. Obviously, I know that there's multiple different ways that several things can go. But, like, how different? I guess I'll figure that out some other time. Yes? Like, is this on the level of Chrono Trigger, where there's, like, 5 or 6 main endings, and then little tweaks happen here and there to pad it out to 30, or is this in the vein of, like, Nier, where there's 27 hojillion endings? Depending on what you do. And you fuck something up earlier, and you just die. Somebody put their fucking Etsy URL in their backer namespace. How dare you? Advertising inside a game. John Sexy Elder? Good name. Oh. Huh. Oh. Damn. Neat. So I assume this is the epilogue. Bird. I love that so much. What is happening? What's happening? Game? Well, I said I liked the animation, so I guess we're gonna see it repeatedly. Okay. So, given that you probably still do not save, post-game. Sweet. Well, sick. Mission complete. Unfortunately, the credits roll and the cutscene re-beginning took us right up until Twitch is deciding to run an ad. So some people won't be able to see this conversation happening now, and for that I apologize, but it'll be on YouTube in a week. And of course the VOD will be here for however long Twitch decides to allow it to exist, because it's supposed to be a couple of weeks, but a couple of them have lasted for nearly a month. Who knows? Not my circus. But yeah, with that, 2064 is complete. Woo! Woo! So Saturdays rotate around to the next show theme, Rad and Retro, which I have a couple of things that I've been musing about for wanting to showcase on that show's first real appearance. Thank you for suggesting it. I'm sorry it took me so long to get around to it, but I take the suggestions quite seriously. All right, that's complete. In fact, let's see. I'm just going to briefly look at yeah. What's the next thing when we get back around to Our Grand Adventure? Yes, okay. The current highest rated thing for Our Grand Adventure, based on the games presently in the list, is the Nonary games, which you also suggested a while ago. So, that'll happen 3 games from now, when it rotates back around to OGA. But, you know, as always, you can influence what I do and suggest stuff and vote for things, yada yada. Yeah. And then perhaps a little bit more pressingly relevant these days. Money, please. But like not in a pompous way, but like actually. Things are not ideal in the world of being paid for my efforts. Yeah. Help us start a new life, a new business, a whole lot of things. Turns out money is important to get a lot of things started. So, obviously, if you are unable to, no pressure. It's not expected. I do this genuinely as a hobby, though the amount of effort I put into it probably doesn't necessarily look like that at all times. But hey! Yeah. Contributions are appreciated, if able. So yeah, Saturdays rotate around to Rad and Retro. Like I said, I've got a couple things that I've been tossing around in my brain for what I want the first show to be. Oh, sick. Thank you, Techno. Thank you for making Bezos give himself some of his own money, which I then get a part of for some reason. Twitch Prime. It's weird. Actually, I think I mused about what I wanted to do for Rad and Retro's first feature when Dewey was last here, so I guess I'll just go ahead and say it. Super Metroid! One of the best games of all time! Specifically, Super Metroid Subversion, which is apparently a majestic hack, which I've avoided watching any of as far as I can help it. So, look forward to that next Saturday.
What a thrill.
Thank you. Perfect. I forgot about that one, actually. Oh, no. Okay. Where are we going? Sure. Bother DFS. Why not? Thanks everybody for hanging out. For all the support over time. We're gonna go bother this person with this. I really should have just pushed home, but you know, there we go. Great, awesome, cool. See you next Thursday. Goodbye.